For a very weird reason, I thought for a while that stutterers existed only in Brazil. Maybe because I only heard Portuguese in my life, so I've never thought there could be stutterers in English, for example. For my surprise, once I've met a Chinese guy, and um, he was astonished that I stuttered because he thought that only Chinese people stuttered. So this gave me the idea to make some videos showing how it is to stutter in different languages and how it sounds. Because, for example, something that was interesting for me is to see, for example, that in English, this retroflex R sound, so this R, like how it's interesting for me when someone stutters in this sound, like r, r, r. Or for instance in French, how people can stutter in the velar thrill, that's a technical term, so I think that's very interesting. There are of course some patterns, like blocks are the same in all languages, but these are for me interesting. For example, in English, you can stutter in the th sound, and then from this sound doesn't exist in Portuguese or French, for example, at least not in Brazilian Portuguese. And then when someone stutters in this sound and gets stuck with the teeth with the tongue between the teeth, like this, I think that's very interesting because we don't have this in Portuguese. So uh, going to those meetings for stutterers, I realized, well, that they are very individual. The stuttering is very individual, so every person stutters in a different way, but also language specific. So it can sound different in different languages, even though there are some common patterns, of course. But I like how it looks like and how it sounds in different languages. So I had the idea to ask for some friends, for some people that I've met, if they could stutter for me in the camera, so we could have a glimpse or we could have an extract of how does it looks like and how does it sound in different languages.